Hi, and welcome to Katie's Corner in Space. A lot of surprising things happened. From belting out a tune on stage, to getting run over by a car, to finding out exactly what Soong has been up to this entire time. So this is Picard, Season 2, Episode 6. Let's get to it. The gala is in full swing, and Agnes is handcuffed to a chair inside the security monitoring room, and the rest of the crew are in line for entry, hoping that Agnes is able to inject their IDs before they get to the front, where ID checks are happening by security before entry is allowed. At first, Agnes is stuck, but her secret weapon, namely the Queen riding along in her brain, gives her the strength to break the cuffs after Agnes knocks the guards out using a bit of 24th century technology. In seconds, their false IDs are in, and the others, along with Talon, join the party. Picard and Talon watch over Renee from across the room as Agnes, Raffi, Rios, and Seven blend in. Seven comfortably chatting with other attendees, which Raffi is happy to see. She notes that usually the Borg implants are baggage, which often hold her back. At the same time, Raffi is still dealing with the pain and loss of losing Elnor. However, she makes note that Rios' demeanor has been cheerier since meeting Theresa, the clinic doctor. It's about then when Talon notes Renee looking as though her anxiety is getting the best of her again, and reveals that she can see who Renee is texting on her phone. It is Q who is once again encouraging her to back out. Jean-Luc decides he's going to talk to her, though Talon still wishes to be unseen. Picard is heading to Renee when Adam Soong interrupts him by calling him by his name. It seems the good doctor made a rather substantial donation, is now a member of the board. He informs security that Jean-Luc is dangerous, and security is about to escort the Admiral out when the lights die out and Agnes and the Queen provide a distraction as they take stage singing. All eyes are on her, or them, as it were. Renee has left the celebration. Picard finds her outside and helps to talk her out of her anxiety. He shares with her his secret for dealing with fear, and by the time they're done chatting, Renee is ready to enter quarantine and the Europa mission once again. As the two head in, Adam Soong aims his car at Renee and guns it. Picard pushes Renee out of the way, taking the full brunt of the hit himself, and is knocked unconscious. The others, all but Agnes, come running and decide that they must take him to the hospital. But Rios has an idea that will help them avoid hospitals and the need for ID. Doctor Theresa. At the clinic with only the doctor, Rios, Seven, Raffi, and Talon, the doctor jolts Picard with a defibrillator. This evens out his vitals, but it seems to fry the defibrillator. But Picard is not waking. After the doctor leaves them, Talon uses her technology to look at his brain. All looks fine, but his mind is lighting up too much for someone in a coma. He's caught in his mind, which has been flashing back to his mother and the chateau of his youth through the entire gala. Talon offers to try and look into his mind, sort of a mind meld, and Raffi and the others are not pleased with this option. They need Picard's knowledge of Q immediately. It may be their only option. Back at Dr. Soong's, after her father has come home disheveled and obviously upset, making nonsensical comments about his life's work, she decides to look into her father and his research. Her findings are disturbing to say the least. It seems she was his last try in a string of experiments to create a person, though it seems not by the usual process. There is name after name revealed on numerous videos while she watches recordings made by his younger self on their computer. Each result, death. All but one, Corey, and he is determined to ensure she survives. Meanwhile, Agnes's stage performance provided the adrenaline the Queen needed to take over Agnes's body, and now she's driving. The bored Queen had been nagging at her all night, taking control at inconvenient moments when she could, and now she is in full control. Agnes and she are going out into the world. Before I get started with my thoughts, subscribe. Now, Rios seems to be acclimating to the 21st century pretty well. He's fascinated with the real cigars, with the real taste of food. Raffi, however, suspects that it has more to do with the good doctor from the clinic. And Raffi has to remind him that dating across the centuries could be a problem. Meanwhile, the doctor, through their little fun time trying to get Picard up and running again, she's not stupid. She knows that that's not supposed to happen to a defibrillator just when you jolt them. She's putting things together and is not trusting Rios. Now, we got a lot of flashbacks from Picard. They were pretty nonsensical, just images of himself, his mother, the indoor of the conservatory. I think next week we're going to find out a little bit more about what happened to himself and his mother when he was younger, and also get maybe a bit of a glimpse into just his past and how he became who he is now. And quite frankly, I'm interested in seeing what the relationship was between himself and his mother. I wonder if this will be the last we see of Renee, or if we'll be able to see her launching up if she's going through any more stressful situations. And Q is still going to try to get in the way one way or the other, whether it's her deciding or if there's some other manipulation he's got up his sleeve. Don't forget those Vulcans are still out there. And right now, so is Agnes. How are they supposed to get back home if she's running around free? Her idea to save the queen within herself was to ensure that they could get home. And now, if she is running around, I assume the queen's going to want to assimilate something. Nothing good is going to happen. Nothing good is in the future of Agnes, and we just hope our heroes figure out that she's missing and why before it's too late. And that was my overview and thoughts on Picard Season 2, Episode 6. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, and I'll see you next week for another adventure for Star Trek Picard and his crew. We will see where they go from here. Thanks a lot for joining me, and goodbye.